Well, good morning everybody and welcome to another day in Iceland. It's about 10 past 2 in the morning and we are currently between sunset and sunrise, but it's this really beautiful twilight, kind of soft pink, beautiful light, this amazing time of the day, or night should I say, that you get in Iceland in summertime. It's about the end of June and we've come to this beautiful waterfall which I am not going to pronounce. Instead, I'm just going to put the name on the screen here. It's a popular waterfall, well known, well signposted, and it's beautiful. It's very windy. I've been here many times. It's always cold, it's always windy, every time. So just, if you come in, wrap up well. So let me show you why this place is so amazing. These guys are with me, don't worry. And we're not going to go too far, because if we go too far, we're definitely going to fall to our deaths. But if you see here on the edge of this wonderful viewpoint, look at this, absolutely amazing, huge waterfall that sweeps down, and then the view carries you off left down the valley. And if you look at the sky, I don't know if you can see it, but we've got beautiful kind of candy floss pink colours, and it's phenomenal. Now, I've shot this in the past. I think 2 years ago I did a video from here, but it was all very, wishy-washy, nice bit of music, a few nice edits, bit of drone footage. And that's nice, but I'm going to show you how to photograph this without any messing about. So let's go. I'm not going to shoot it from here because this is where I photographed it from in the past. These guys are shooting from this area, so I don't really want to get in their way. So we're going to go a little bit further down, always being careful not to fall off the edge because it would mean certain death. And by walking maybe, 50 yards, we still have a very similar view, but there's more space. We're not going to get in anyone's way, and believe it or not, the wind's dropped. It's like there's this mini shelter here. I don't know. You have to excuse any mistakes I make, because it's one of those trips where we don't sleep. We try to sleep in Iceland in the summertime, but it very rarely happens. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is, because it's very windy, I am not extending my tripod all the way because there's just too much wind shake. It's almost impossible to get a steady image. So here we have a beautiful scene. You've already seen the waterfall, and it's phenomenal. So you got to ask yourself the question: what do you want when you come here? Do you want a shot of the waterfall? Yeah, that's quite nice. Well, let's be honest. We want the full thing. We want the river leading all the way down towards the waterfall, or vice versa, where you follow the waterfall down. Where have you gone? Follow the waterfall down, and then it sweeps you out into the distance. Beautiful pink sky. So that's what we're going to get. Now, I'm going to shoot this with my 24-70. I'm going to shoot it at 24mm. I'm going to pano it, and we're going to do a nice pano, just like I've shot in the past. I'm going to show you how easy, simple, and straightforward it is. First thing you need to do when shooting a pano is hold the camera between your legs whilst next to a 200-foot drop off the cliff, obviously. First thing you need to do is actually level your tripod. If your tripod's not level, your pano won't be level, and you'll have a difficult time stitching it. So just make sure that my bubble is in the middle. There we go, which it is. And now that is good to go. Now we are good to shoot this pano, so I'm going to pop my camera. That is quick and easy. It's this tripod head. I love it. It's an Acratech something. Acratech long lens head, and it's awesome. I'll put a link below if anyone's interested, but it must be used in conjunction with either a kind of ball head or a leveling base, which, yeah, maybe I've just kicked my tripod. These one-take videos are a nightmare. So this happens in the field though, doesn't it? Let me level this off again. I just nudged it. There we go. So what I want here is, it's quite a powerful waterfall. So I want a nice smooth flow of water, but I don't want it too smooth. It'd be nice to get a little bit of detail. So I probably want an exposure of about a second, because if you go any faster than that, then it looks nice, but it's almost too frozen in time for my taste. If you go much longer than that, then you lose that little bit of texture that the waterfall has, and I think it's important to try and maintain that texture. Alright, so first things first, let's look at what we're at here. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking at my histogram. The histogram tells me what's exposed, what's overexposed and what's underexposed. Now because I'm doing a pano, I need to take a histogram reading for the entire scene. So I'm going to start off at the brightest part of the sky, which is here. I can see I'm clipping a little bit, but I think I'll be okay because this histogram reading is coming from a JPEG. Sweeping left across the scene, and yeah, we start to lose the shadows a little bit. So I'm going to do something a bit controversial here. A little bit controversial. I'm going to put on an ND graduated filter, which I wouldn't normally do with a pano, but if you get the filter dead straight, then it's not going to be a problem. So let me pop off this polarizing filter. I definitely don't want to use that. And what I'm going to do is find myself a nice medium edge 2-stop graduated filter. And that's 3 stops, that'll be too dark. And that is a soft. So that's no good. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this is content at its best. 2-stop, medium edge, graduated filter. Now what I shouldn't have done, and it's a mistake I've just made, is to leave my camera unattended in this wind. That was a schoolboy error, but you know, I'll take full responsibility if my camera goes off this cliff, what can I say? So I'm going to pop this filter on my camera, 82mm filter ring, screw that on and pray that I don't drop it. Of course, when doing a video with no editing, the filtering never goes on smoothly, does it? Okay, filtering is on. Filters it upside down. Alright. Come on. Yes. Alright, right, we're cooking with gas now. Let's speed things up a little bit. I've dropped in a 2-stop medium edge graduated filter. Just brought down that sky. Just enough. And I'm making sure that it's dead straight, and I'm going to do a test by panning over, and I think we're golden. Now this is half a second. I said I was probably looking for about a second, but I'm going to do a test shot to see if we can look at the waterfall and see how that looks. Oh my! So there we go. Half a second, or just over half a second, 0.6 of a second looks fantastic. You can see the motion in the water, you can see that it's flowing, but you still get a bit of detail. And that's it, that looks really, really nice. So I think we'll go with that. So I'm going to take another photograph, my hand in front of the lens, just like that. The reason I took a photograph, that was a fail, let me do that again. Alright, I'm going to take a photograph of my hand in front of the lens. And that is acting like a bookmark. And now I know where the image starts and where it finishes. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to focus. I'm focusing on the waterfall. The waterfall is my main subject. So I'm just going to go in and make sure that that is nice and sharp. See all the water running off the rocks there. That looks fantastic. Okay. There we go. And actually, whilst looking at the zoomed in image, I can see how much my camera is vibrating with the wind blowing, and I can see it's actually not. I'm doing quite a good job stood here, sheltering the camera. The wind's coming right into my back, so it's fine. So I think we're pretty much good to go. I'm going to do one last sweep, making sure that everything's in shot that I want, which is the sky is a lovely pastel pink colour. I'm starting further right than I need to, and I'm going to finish further left than I need to make sure I've got all of that image to play with when it comes to cropping and stitching the pano. Alright, here we go. Alright, how many images going to be? There's one, and the waterfall is looking fantastic. The thing with Iceland at this time of year, at the end of June, is because the sun never really sets. It sort of sinks and skims just below the horizon. So normally when I'm in the UK, and we get light like this, I'll be like panicking and rushing around and trying to shoot as much as I can in that short window and make sure I get it right. But when you come to Iceland in June and you see a beautiful sunrise or sunset, just like we've had, and we've had a few this week, you just chill out, you just take your time because you know it's going to be there for hours. Right, so there we go. That is my image done. I'm going to do one more coming around just for good luck. And it's that simple. I know I've faffed on a bit with filter rings and stuff, but that's because we're doing a one-take video. But what I want to show you is that photography, I probably shouldn't stand this way because of the wind noise. What I want to show you without falling off this cliff is that photography is easy. Like, you know, stuff like this, big views, and it's not that difficult. Doing a pano is easy. Just make sure that your tripod's level, and just make sure that you take into account the brightest part of the image and the darkest part of the image, and make sure you can balance that. And yeah, I mean, that's it. We're all having a great time here, and this is a fantastic view. I've shot it before, but it didn't look anything like this with this pink sky, and I'm really happy to have been able to show you how pretty much straightforward the whole process is. So there we go. It's tired. It's way after 2 in the morning. We've been up all week, all night, all the time. We haven't even been sleeping. We've been camping in tents. So I'm gonna go. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and who knows if we'll even get released. But there we go. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye for now.